Hey, it's Mo. I am really glad you're here today. The sun is just coming up here, so I thought it was a good time to start, and I'm kind of itching to get going on some more reviews. I wasn't going to review this one, but I felt like I've done so many other Too Faced reviews that maybe it would be helpful if someone's trying to compare which set they may want to give someone or which one they may want to get for themselves. And by the way, I'm considering doing a ranking video of all the Too Faced sets, but I haven't decided. So if that's something you would like me to do, just leave me a comment and let me know, because I am willing to do that if that's helpful to you. So here we go. It is the Let It Snow Girl set from Too Faced. The set is $49. I know it's available at Sephora and Ulta and TooFaced.com, so this one is kind of everywhere. It is a snow girl, we're going to say, because it's called Let It Snow Girl. 3 individual palettes, and Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, which of course you'll find in every single one of their sets. This one in special kind of candy cane looking packaging. So this is what it looks like when you see it on the shelf, which I do think is cute. I think it's a cute concept for packaging. It has an appeal, and the breakaway palettes is nice. Here is the back, which shows you clearly the 3 breakaway palettes and the mascara, of course. This one says it is bulk made in the USA, assembled in the Dominican Republic. I don't actually know what that means. The way it's worded sounds like, oh, everything was made here, but it was just all put together in the Dominican Republic, but the products were made in the USA. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know, because it's kind of a strangely worded thing if you ask me. So there's the packaging. And when you take it out of the box, you know, it's still intact. It has this kind of cute design just on the cardboard decorative sheet over the, you know, the little plastic thing. So that's what it looks like when you pull it out. And then when you actually take it out of the packaging, you know, you're basically taking apart the design. So this is what it looks like once it's taken actually out of the package. Now, notice this is sticking together. It is magnetized, like in this spot, but it's not, clearly not strong enough to hold it in place. Same thing is true down here. But again, the magnet just isn't really strong enough to hold it together. So I'm not really sure what the purpose of that was. Maybe the idea was, oh, it'll be kept this way, but I don't think you could, even if those magnets were really strong, it'd be hard to store it this way. So I don't know, but I don't think those magnets are doing you any favors. So it's really this, okay? And I'm going to show you each of the palettes individually just so you can see what's inside, and then we'll do swatches. So we'll start from the top, as they say, with the little girl's head, snow girl's head. And these, so maybe that's why the magnet's there, to hold these things closed. I don't really know. So you can see, like, I swing it open, and the magnet kind of brings it back to center. But it's a little awkward. So in the first one, we have a Chocolate Soleil matte bronzer, which is just standard for Too Faced. That's in their regular line. And then this highlighter is called Angel Wings. And then I'm not crazy about this packaging and the way it opens. It's just a little awkward. Anyway, in the belly, I will say, of the Snow Girl are 4 blushes, face colors, whatever you want to call them. Clearly light to deep, 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. And the names, by the way, of each of these colors are listed on the palette. The same is true for the bronzer and the highlight. The names are on there too. Swing that back closed. And then the base of the Snow Girl is this packaging. How do you figure it out? Where are you? This is not going to stay open, but you're also not going to be holding it the way I am, like this, right? You'll be holding it like this, and that stays open. So here is the base of the Snow Girl, and these are eyeshadows. There are 19 eyeshadows, and each of these is 0.45 grams, so that is small. That is smaller than any of the other sets from Too Faced this season, certainly that I've reviewed. So for example, the Hot Buttered Rum, the mini palette, those are 0.8 grams. These are significantly smaller even than that mini palette, so these are a lot smaller than any of the other sets. I just set these down and they're like magnetized together now. So there's that, I guess. Okay, so let's do some swatches. So here, as I said, the Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer and the Angel Wings Highlight. This feels very nice. I can't tell if that smells like chocolate or sugar cookie. This entire palette is supposed to smell of sugar cookie. So here's the bronzer, the Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer, which I do like actually. I mean, I've used it, tried it years ago, and I still think it's a good, solid bronzer if you want a bronzer. There's the highlight. And I will do a look with this so you can see like how does that bronzer really go on, because obviously in a swatch it's much heavier than it would be the way at least that I put it on. So I think those products are fine. Let's do the face color. So these two are definitely shimmery blushes. These two might lean a bit more satin. So we've got Snow Kissed, which feels very nice. Pink Christmas over here. Merry and Bright. And then the deepest shade is Christmas Dream. So there's all four. That one probably feels the driest of the four, but they all feel pretty nice. And I do appreciate that there's a range of shades from light to deep. There's the darkest of them. Those colors are pretty. So that's everything in the face palettes. So 19 shades, and a little tricky to tell which are shimmers and which are glitters. This is definitely a pressed glitter, this one, and these two on the ends might be. I can't quite tell until I swatch them. This one certainly is. I mean, you can tell that's just a straight up pressed glitter, and you know I don't put pressed glitter on my eyes. Here are two of the mattes, which to me look identical. It seems haphazard to me, the choice of colors. And maybe it's the layout more than the choice of colors. Like, it's just like, what? Where do I go to? What should I choose? I think we're going to swatch outside first and then kind of inside and then the middle. That, at least for the moment, makes the most sense to me. That feels rough and glittery. So let's see here. So there's the first four. So this one that I thought was a glitter is this color right here. The glittery, it's called Treat Your Elf. That is this. It doesn't have much color payoff. I mean, when you look at that in the pan, you know, you think, okay, that's got some punch to it. And then the swatch is kind of so-so, I guess. Continuing around the circle here with this medium chocolate color. This one, again, is that a glitter? It feels kind of dry and glittery. And then another matte here that feels a bit dry. There's those four. I'm going to kind of continue here. That swatch very pretty. One's pretty good. So here's another example of that glitter shimmer. I don't know what they're calling this formula. This one's better. I think this one's definitely better than this one. Still don't think it's giving you the color that you're seeing in the pan. It seems like it should be a more pigmented shade just looking at it in the palette. And we are here. And then we've got another one of these glitter, I'm not sure what they are, shades. A matte cream and a matte, ooh, that feels dry. A matte deep brown. There's the colors. So I'm curious how that glitter is going to. Again, a little more color, more color. That one's better. That's probably the best of the three, I would say so far. And then that deep brown right here seems just a touch patchy. And I'm interested because there's a light cream here and there's a light cream here. And then there's these two which are similar. They're not the same. And then this one. So those are the colors on this outside circle. And then we're going to do this inside circle, and then we'll do that center shade. So we'll start here. Feels, again, that kind of rough, glittery feeling. That one's interesting. It's quite smooth, actually. It's this, and this. I just feel like the shimmers in this palette are not performing well. Because there's one, and there's one. Then we're on to the actual pressed glitter, which is a definite pressed glitter. And then this, and then the center shade right here. So let's do the pressed glitter first here. Pretty sure I know how this will swatch. Now I'm gonna have glitter all over myself. And another kind of mid, I don't know what that is. So this is everything from this inner circle and the center. Those remaining shades. And this is, now that I've done the swatches, this is the only true pressed glitter. Those other ones maybe had just teeny bits of glitter in them, possibly. Pressed glitters. Make them stop. I am going to be very upfront and say I'm not even super excited about trying this set, particularly the eyeshadows on my face, but I've done that with all the other sets and I want to be fair, so I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll be surprised. You never know. Start with the face colors. Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer. As I said, I already know I like this. I don't want to dip in too hard either because this is a pretty pigmented bronzer, at least for my skin tone. Oh, and I should mention, no mirrors. No mirrors with this set in any of the palettes either, which that's pretty standard, I'd say, for the Too Faced sets. Actually, this thing is I got this at Old Navy last year and they call it a sleep hoodie. It's just a really lightweight knit hoodie and I wear this thing like all the time. I sleep in it, I wake up and put makeup on it. I don't know if they still sell these, but I must admit it was like one of my favorite things from last year. If they still have them, I recommend them. So that bronzer, I like that bronzer. I've used it before. No surprise there. I'm going to move on to the face palette because I want to do blush next. And you know, this one, I want to try this because it looked so pale in the pan, but it actually showed up during the swatch. Yeah, I like that color. And I would think, oh, that's way too light. There's no way. But I actually like that. And I know the light's in and out a bit. If you're not familiar with my channel, I only work in natural light to try to keep things as realistic as possible, meaning I don't use a ring light, I don't use anything to fade or focus or make me look better or different or the makeup better or different than it does. So I know the lighting is imperfect. And if that bothers you, I know. And I like that blush. So bronzer, happy. Blush, happy. And not surprised by either of those. I've used enough Too Faced recently to know that those formulas pretty consistently work well for me. I'm going to put on a little bit of highlight just using my same e.l.f. blush brush. So this is Angel Wings. Oh, I hear my husband. He's going to be in my video. He's all mine, ladies. Back off. So that highlight I thought might be a little too deep for me, but I think it's fine. You can see it pretty well there. So I'm happy with those face products. I don't have any complaints about those at all. Now the eyeshadow, which is admittedly the largest part of the set. This fine cone I'm going to put in the crease. I think that's applying fine. There's just that color. I don't think there was anything highly unusual about that. I don't think like it was difficult to blend or put down or anything like that. So that seemed pretty normal. The mattes in here seem to swatch pretty well. It's the shimmers that I have reservations about. Let's try a pretty basic looking one, this Tiny Prancer. I want to see what this looks like. So there it is on my finger. Seems okay. I think that comes off better, definitely better than it did in the finger swatch. So there's that. That had decent color payoff. Definitely better than I would have anticipated from the swatches. Maybe the Treat Your e.l.f. Maybe I'll put that on and just see. I want to see what it looks like on the eye. So there's what it looks like. So I'd say this is similar to how it's swatched. It just doesn't have a lot of color. Again, this is what it looks like in the pan. And it does feel kind of rough to the touch, which I mentioned also in the swatches. So I'm just really not getting a whole lot out of that. Let's go with this Jolly Gosh. This is actually a shimmer, but it's a darker color. Let's see what this does. So I put this Jolly Gosh, which is a deeper shimmer, on, and that green is, I mean, it completely blended away. And even this dark shimmer really isn't showing up very much, which is in line with basically how they swatched. So let's see if I do a dark matte. Let's see what that does for the look, if anything. Ooh, okay. So you can see by comparison, I just dipped into that matte, not realizing how deep it would be. And look at that. The shimmer that I put on, you know, I had to work and try to get it to show up, and it blended away. But that matte, I mean, that was just like, hello, I'm here. And that was Chocolate Wasted that I used. But I think that gives you a good sense of matte versus shimmer in this palette. Do I think this look can be salvaged? If I really wanted to, I'm sure I could figure out a way to make it work. But I'm just hanging around today playing with makeup, and it's not really worth it. But just for the sake of argument, I'm going to test a light color so you can see. So as I said, there's two really similar cream shades. I'm not sure why with 19 shades that's what they chose to do. Normally I would not put a matte over a shimmer, but we're just playing around. I don't hate that. This is seriously a tutorial in how not to do your eyeshadow. It's just kind of a mashup of colors, basically. But the purpose was to show you how the formulas work. So if this was an all matte palette, same colors, might go for it. I still think it's an odd selection of colors, and there's duplicate colors, which I don't understand when there's only 19 shades. And I still have reservations about the fact that these are so tiny. For example, the Christmas Cookie House Party, those are 1 gram each. So these are less than half the size of each of those pans, just to give you a comparison. And this set is $49. Christmas Cookie House Party is $59. Again, just a comparison. So my thoughts. I don't think I'm going to surprise you. Let's talk about the plus side. I think the face colors are actually pretty good. I'm always down with the Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer. I think the highlight is actually pretty nice. I like the 4-pan. I still can't open this thing. Okay, got it open. The face colors, I like these. I don't like the packaging. I don't like this weird twisted open, I have to figure it out every time packaging. But I'm happy with the products in those. This, on the other hand, I don't like the packaging. I don't like the color selection. I don't like the layout. And with the exception of the mattes, I don't like the performance. So this set is kind of cute. As I'll always say, am I absolutely saying you shouldn't get this? No, of course not. Make your choices. Spend your money any way that you feel comfortable. Would I buy this again? No way. I wasn't going to buy it in the first place. I really bought it to review because, as I said, I wanted to be fair. I wanted to take a look at this, but mostly I wanted you to see what you think of it based on, you know, swatches and performance and the things that I've done for you here today. I would not recommend this. I would not spend $49 on this. Here's what I wish they would have done. If this had been a little cutie pie set, like this, like it would probably be shaped slightly differently or whatever. But if it was just this, and it was the bronzer and highlight and 4 blushes, and it was a cute little package like this, and maybe it came with the Better Than Sex mascara, and it was like maybe a $25 set. We'll say this and this, a Better Than Sex mascara, same packaging for $25. I think that would have been a cool little set. That I would have been happy with, but this in the mix and $49, it is not worth it to me. If you have the perfect person who loves snow people and that they're gonna just love this and they love a lot of glitter and whatever, that's awesome. If you have someone to give this to or you like it, I am all for it. I'm just telling you, for me, it is not worth my dollars. It is not the quality I've come to expect from Too Faced in the eyeshadows. And I wish they would have kept it just to the face products and a lower price, and I think I would like it, but that is not the case. So I do hope that was helpful. That's my only purpose here. Thanks for hanging out and talking makeup with me. I absolutely love this stuff, and I do hope you're having a good day today, and I will talk to you soon.